Today, I'm joined by John, Paul, George, and Ringo. My name is James Booth, and you are watching episode number 11 of Daily Marketing Hut Live. Now, if you've been watching for the first 10 episodes, you'll know that I am in a different location today, and you'll also probably be aware that it is not 9:30. So I am doing this a bit later in the day, and the reason for that, the reason that I'm late, and the reason that I'm in a different location. 2 seconds, doing a video in it. The reason that I'm in a different location, I've lost my train of thought, is that I've got a lot of shit going on, to be honest. I'm going to Budapest next week. So next Thursday I'm flying out to Budapest, where I'll be for a month minimum. I'm going back to my mum's tomorrow, who's down in Devon. I'm currently in Worcester, so I'm going to Devon tomorrow until Monday. And I've got Monday to Wednesday to sort through all my shit, throw out what I don't need, pack what I want to take, because I'm also moving out of my house next week. So yeah, quite a lot of stuff going down. It means I'm busy and I've got shit everywhere, and yeah, not a lot of structure at the moment, but we'll get that sorted over the next few days, and then in a couple of weeks everything will be a little bit more stable. I still won't know where I'm living long term, but we'll cross that bridge when I get to it. So yeah, today's episode, a little bit impromptu, haven't got too much planned, got a couple of questions to answer. Probably going to end up being a little bit shorter than the other episodes, but let's see how it goes. Let's get it rolling. So, question one. Again, before I do start answering these questions, if you want to give us a comment, let me know what you think of the episodes. And if you want to share this with your friends, or if you want to tag them in the comments, I'd really appreciate that as well. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, there's a big subscribe button to the left of me, I believe. If you want to tap on that, just so you'll get a notification whenever a new episode gets uploaded, really appreciate that as well. So yeah, let's get into questions. Question one. Where can I find the best Facebook advertising tips? So yeah, if you're looking at learning Facebook ads, I guess where would the place to go? I think I've spoke about this in an earlier episode, not this exact question, but I think I've mentioned the name Jon Loomer before. Yeah, www.jonloomer.com. That's Jon Loomer, Loomer. He is pretty much the Facebook ads go-to Facebook ads person. He targets his stuff. He is positioning himself as Facebook ads for advanced Facebook ad marketing, I guess. So if you are a complete beginner, some of the stuff on his site might be a little bit too advanced. But he has got plenty of blog posts for beginners. I know that when I was first getting into Facebook ads, Jon Loomer is probably, yeah, I think I learned most. I've not done a course or anything specific in Facebook ads, and I think I learned most of my stuff through experience in Jon Loomer. So he's a really good one. Other guy is Rick Mulready. Again, rickmulready.com. Got a podcast called The Art of Paid Traffic, and his podcast, he covers all aspects of paid traffic. So he specialises in Facebook ads. He's got courses in Facebook ads, but on his podcast he'll have a lot of guests on there who might specialise in things like Google AdWords, or other forms of paid advertising. So yeah, his blog, Art of Paid Traffic. He does do, recently actually, I think I was listening to one today, in fact. I might even still have it open now. I haven't got it open, but I was listening to one today. So he does have a few episodes which are just sort of 45 minutes of pure Facebook ad FAQs. I think he's got 5 of them now. So yeah, definitely check out Rick Mulready. The final sort of Facebook ad specific resource I'll mention is Ad Espresso. So Ad Espresso, if you go on there, they've actually got a really cool Facebook ad sort of library that you can go in for inspiration. So you can look through Facebook ads to get inspiration and kind of model your own ads on a database that they've collected. To get access to the full database, you'll need to pop your email address in. Highly recommend doing that because their newsletter is awesome. They send it out weekly. I look out for it. It's where I keep up to date with the latest Facebook ads news. It's like my main sort of resource for keeping up to date with the latest trends in Facebook ads. But their weekly email, I'll kind of give you a digest of their 3 blog posts from that week. I think a few bullet points about what's going on in the world of Facebook ads, any changes that I should be aware of, things like that. So Adespresso, I think it's adespresso.com. Get on their mailing list because it is awesome. So yeah, they're the three sort of Facebook ad specific resources I'd recommend. Other online marketing, more sort of broader, if you like, which I think are really helpful and which has really helped me personally, would be QuickSprout, which is Neil Patel's company, or one of Neil Patel's companies, quicksprout.com. He's got some really awesome guides on there. I think he's got like SEO. It's got about 9. SEO is the only one I can think of for some reason. But yeah, it's got guides. His blog's really good as well. Really in-depth blog posts. So QuickSprout, really good. Digital Marketer with Ryan Dice. Probably heard of him. Quite big now. And also Social Media Examiner is another good one. I think they upload a new blog post each day. As far as I'm aware, a lot of it is like sort of like user generated or guest blog posts, but they do have one new one every day. So Social Media Examiner, Digital Marketer, and QuickSprout are also worth checking out if you're interested in growing your business online. Question 2. How long do you run Facebook ads before making tweaks to the copy or images? Okay, good question. My whole sort of process in testing ads goes a little bit like I'll run all of my ads regardless for 500 impressions, whether that takes 2 days, whether that takes 6 hours. I'll run them to 500 impressions initially. That will give me a relevant score. So if my relevant score, that is a number between 1 to 10, which tells me how well an ad is performing with that particular audience. So it's kind of like, is the message in the ad resonating with the audience you're targeting? So if that is above 5, I'll let the ad run for another sort of 500 to 1,000 impressions, dependent on performance. If the relevant score is below 5, I'll just point blank turn it off. I won't even try tweaking it. So yeah, if that ad stays pretty stable for another 500 to 1,000 impressions, that's when I might start making variations of that ad. And I'll choose my words carefully because the question was worded making tweaks to the copy images. If you are tweaking ads, what you want to do is go into Power Editor, use the duplicate button and create a brand new ad and change any variables in the new ad so you can run both ads simultaneously together, test them against each other, and whichever one performs better between those two is the one you want to roll with. So yeah, that was the 2 questions I got planned. The other, normally, if you've been watching, I normally have 3 questions planned. Today I've only got 2. The reason for that is because I wanted to end with a little sort of story, I guess, update from working with a client of mine. I think the experience that we've had could help you guys watching. And essentially this client is looking to run ads to a webinar, get people on a webinar where they'll book a discovery call. On the discovery call, they're going to close the client. Now, we started running Facebook ads at the start of this week. The client, she helps college students get clear focus on what they want to do for a career, get like clarity over what it is they want to do. And the ad itself is targeting the parents, as they're the ones who usually invest in this program, even though the user will be the student. So we're targeting mums specifically, mums of college kids. And what we found is after running ads for a few days is that we were getting clicks on the ad. We were sending them to a webinar registration page, but that webinar registration page wasn't converting too well. It was only converting at around 5%. Compared to around 25 to 30%, which is what I usually shoot for. And we're still kind of trying to figure out why. But what I think it is mums in that 42 to 50 age range are not as familiar with what a webinar is as someone in the online marketing world or of a younger demographic. So what we're looking at doing is running ads to a blog post which explains about like the key points of the webinar. So sort of the main 3 points, give a taste of what they're going to learn in the webinar but leave them wanting more, and then sort of once we've got them hooked, we'll give them an option to sign up for the webinar but have a paragraph explaining exactly what a webinar is. So it's like an online, just kind of a segue saying something along the lines of so this is the 3 key points you're going to learn. If you want to take a deeper dive into this subject, I'm holding an online presentation. The way this works is you'll put your email address in here, I'll send you a confirmation link, and on so-and-so date at so-and-so time, you can click on a link, we'll go to a screen kind of like Skype, and you can watch me present this subject. That way, we kind of build in excitement or build in this sort of want to attend the webinar, to get the information which is going to be shown in the webinar. And we're also educating them on what a webinar is. And not everyone is going to kind of sign up to that webinar there and then. That's fine, because what we can do is create an audience of people who viewed this, who read this blog post, and retarget them as like people who viewed the blog post but didn't register for the webinar straight away, and we can retarget them with an ad for a standard landing page. Once they're educated on what a webinar is and they have read what it's about, they're going to be much more likely to opt in. So, like I say, it's still something we're working on. I've emailed her today to see if she wants to go ahead with that. But yeah, I think could help you out there if you're struggling to get sort of conversions, or if you're looking for techniques to warm up your audience. If I get an update on that, if we do go ahead and I get an update, I'll let you know. Till then, like I say, I'm not going to make any promises in terms of I'm going to be back at 9:30 in the morning. What I will promise is I will be back at some point tomorrow. I've got it takes me about 5.5 hours to go from Worcester to Barnstable. But at some point, like I said, I've made a commitment to make a video for 28 days. We're on 11 of 28. There will be an episode 12. I just don't know what time it will be recorded yet. See you then.